The University of Education, Winneba, is cautioning its staff and officers to desist from hiding behind academic freedom and faceless entities to tarnish the image of the university. This reaction is in response to a recent media report suggesting an alarming rate of human rights abuses on the campuses of the university. These reports, according to the university, are based on the Amnesty International report. At a news conference this morning, the university officials said the claims are one-sided and unjustified. Acting Vice Chancellor of the University of Education, Reverend Professor Anthony Afo-Bruni, has been speaking at a news conference.
The management of this university expresses grave concern about the content of the news conference inasmuch as it contains nothing but falsehoods, fabrications, and baseless accusations seeking to pamper to the whims of a few selfish and greedy individuals who have in the last 10 months been scheming to bring the name of the university into disrepute. Management believes that Amnesty International is a credible global organization whose activities and concerns on issues on human rights are recognized, considered highly significant, and regularly acted upon by governments, civil societies, and international agencies to ensure the protection of human rights deemed to have been violated. UEW cannot, therefore, treat the contents of the current news conference with the same dismissiveness with which we treated other lies-filled online news articles about our university. We therefore wish, in this case, to respond to same in order to protect our image and our credibility. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Education, Winneba, similar to other institutions of higher learning in this country, is governed by an Act of Parliament, statutes, and other rules and regulations which have been designed to ensure the highest academic freedom and conducive knowledge-seeking environment for members of the university community. Those who are peddling lies of human rights abuses are individuals who have decided that the rules and regulations of the university should only be applied if they serve their interests and causes. Indeed, our university has, in the last few months, continued to promote, reward, as well as taking disciplinary action against some staff for any misconduct when the situation demands. These have all been done in accordance with the rules and regulations of the university. Unfortunately, we do not have the luxury of time to isolate the various cases of rewards and discipline for discussion here, despite Amnesty International Ghana's biased and one-sided news conference. UEW intends to send a petition and protest to Amnesty International on this unethical behavior by their local chapter in Ghana. If Amnesty International Ghana has indeed been compiling this report since 2017, we can say with all certainty that our version, the version of the university management, the official version of the stories they are compiling, including the one that it lay before the public during the news conference, has not been included. How would such a credible organization proceed to engage in a news conference that sullies the image of an institution such as the University of Education, Winneba, when in the same report, Amnesty International Ghana admits that it is still compiling the report?
Well, that is the Vice Chancellor there. Central Regional Correspondent Richard Kojo Nyako joins me via Skype. Richard, what were the claims that Amnesty International reports made against the university? Exactly what?
Well, the Amnesty International did not make a specific claim. All that they banded from was that the university was perpetrating human rights abuses. And they mentioned individuals, Dr. Samuel Brinkamin, Professor Avian, and Dr. Atin, and the investment through the acting vice chancellor explained this morning, and Dr. Atinton got a fellowship that involved that he had to pass. So he had to seek, he had to seek some of the university. So the university went down and said that time was not right for him.
Okay, I'm having a difficulty hearing you coherently. If you're able to sum up what you've said so far, let's try again and see if it gets better.
Well, what I'm saying is the Amnesty International did not really go into the depth of their claims.
Right.
All that they said was that the university was perpetrating right abuses.
Okay.
But the investigation points to three classical examples involving three individuals. Professor So, who is the former minister in Israel administration, and he is the principal of the Education College. And then Dr. Samuel, the former TAC president, and then Dr. Atinto. Professor So, he still has university education sector. So they were appalled that the man had posed. Then Amnesty International to go around to see that the man is being vilified and his human rights violated. For Dr. Samuel Ofiri, he faced the university committee. 4 times they invited him, and 4 times he did not for them. And according to the statute, he had to face the semester. So the university was applied and had to be dismissed. For Dr. he got a fellowship to study outside, and he had to seek out the university, but he did not get the approval, and so he traveled. And the university that for 7 months, because he had not exposed, he was deemed to have exposed. So the VC, that VC, Reverend Anthony Afro, went on to explain that the university has been at peace and it's currently carrying out programs peacefully and harmonious, and all other matters are with the law court, and they would want to give the law court to make some pronouncement before they carry out that. And so they are warning their officers not to hide any faceless activities. And they are also going to petition Amnesty International, the global chapter, because the Ghanaian chapter has been compromised, and they mentioned names of individuals. One was the report Amnesty International, and they believe that they were behind the of these that they are. So essentially, that is what they have been talking about.
Right. Richard, thank you very much for that update. Unfortunately, it seems like we didn't have a perfect or a smooth ride with you, hearing you. But I believe that we get the message. It's basically talking about the fact that it's, the Amnesty International does not state specifically what those rights abuses are. But the university is saying that they can refer to 3 individuals who've been involved in some cases, some academic cases there.